Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here on Bitcoin and the markets. We'll talk about altcoins as well, but Bitcoin is going to be the main focus of today. Today we had quite a lot of volatility. As expected, we dropped down into 94,000, which in general has been a kind of a combination of the news we had yesterday of the US government moving Bitcoin to Coinbase and potentially dumping some Bitcoin on all of us. But earlier today we also got some news about Korea, that martial law was declared there, which is in general that's going to be interesting to actually see what that means for the country. And Korea is obviously very big in crypto, so that's also one of the reasons why we saw that pullback. So far, Bitcoin has responded relatively well. All right, there's a bit of a caveat to this, and we'll talk about the details. But with the current price action, I would say that Bitcoin, as expected as well, if you watched my video earlier this morning, is going to be able to hold its own right here. And that's why I say that is a combination of things right here. First of all, stock markets, because of the news in Korea, maybe they're down a little bit, but ultimately they're still very bullish and still continuing their bullish momentum right here. Russell 2000 is down a bit. That's in general riskier assets. So if this continues to drop down, that might be a problem. I don't think so. Dollar strength index still bearish, or at least still holding resistance right here. So that's also fundamentally bullish. And then the USDT dominance, as you can see right here, is also still bearish. And looks like it's going lower. So the fundamentals for Bitcoin look fine. So that's why I do think we'll be able to stay in this range. And we might even have a chance to actually break above our main resistance level. Right here with the previous month POC at 98,200. So that's going to be interesting. If we get there, do we actually have enough volume? Do we actually have enough momentum to break above that? At the moment, I would say no. The momentum is very low, which is also a bullish thing, but that makes it unlikely that we'll break above that. And I would say the volume is also still relatively low to actually get that breakout. But doesn't matter. Bitcoin overall still fine, still strong enough here, I would say. Now, what matters more for most of you though is altcoins, I think. And one of the developments we have seen over the course of today is that the Bitcoin dominance spiked up. Now, if we zoom out here, the Bitcoin dominance, as you can see, is still bearish, but it is going to be very important to kind of watch what's going to happen with that Bitcoin dominance, right? Because even if we get a pullback into 58%, Bitcoin dominance is still bearish, but that would absolutely not be great for altcoins. All right, so right now this is looking fine, and I think we'll get more opportunities on altcoins today and in the rest of the week. And I think overall, Bitcoin, and this I forgot to mention this, but you can see the Coinbase Bitcoin premium is also back in a premium, and quite sustainably it looks like, at least. So there is a lot of buying coming from the US again as well. So that's bullish as well. But the Bitcoin dominance is one thing to look at, all right? Bitcoin looks stable here, looks most likely that we're going to be able to hold these levels. If the Bitcoin dominance is going to continue to spike up like this, then that probably means that altcoins are not necessarily the best thing to trade right now. If we look at the altcoin market right now as well, what you can see is that there's some outperformers, like Ordinals, Phantom, Ondo, Jasmine, Gala, and Aave. But most Rune also a little bit, but most of the other coins actually are not doing too amazing and are just following the market. So what I would say is wait for the Bitcoin dominance to actually go into a bearish continuation and wait for the market to get a little bit less correlated before actually diving into those altcoins. But if we're looking at the altcoins that are looking great right here, so for example, personally I think Sui actually still is looking fine here. But also a coin like, which we just mentioned, a coin like Phantom, which I'm heavily positioned in spot, also still looks very bullish. A coin like Ondo, RWA in general looks good still, but Ondo here, as you can see, is also trying to go for that bullish continuation. So there's definitely still altcoins, and that's a good sign about the market circumstances. There's definitely still altcoins that are performing well. But they will probably not make higher highs until we actually see some better overall circumstances for altcoins, all right? So that means bearish continuation for the Bitcoin dominance, or the Bitcoin dominance staying bullish, but Bitcoin actually rallying and breaking out. That would be fine as well. So I would say if you want to trade altcoins, wait for that, and then you'll be fine. I mean, it's nobody ever lost money by staying sidelined for a bit in circumstances or when the market is a little bit more uncertain. All right. So overall, looking at the markets right now, I would say Bitcoin will remain stable here, even though we can still see some volatility because of the news. But I don't see any reason why we would have either a bearish breakout or a bullish breakout. And when you're looking at altcoins, coins like Ordinals, Phantom, Gala, Aave, Ondo, maybe XRP if it's actually able to break out a little bit higher, and Sui, so basically the strong performers today, will probably perform the best as well if that Bitcoin dominance drops down. So keep your eyes on that. That's what I think you need to know for now. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.